When I was younger, I used to like leaving the house and going to the mall, hanging out with friends. But as I've gotten older, I've become more of a homebody. If you're new here, hi, I'm Melissa. When COVID happened, it was a dream of mine. Really, it was. I got to go nowhere, stayed home. And I didn't care that I couldn't leave. Like, it was peaceful to me. There was no stress in the house. I can do what I want. There's no judgment, no noise from the outside. I could just do whatever I want. And that's kind of how I've lived my life after I got married. Even when my kids were younger, though, I would take them to the park. I would take them to a place called Gymboree. It was a little kids' gym, but I don't think they're around anymore. And we would go to the movies every summer break. We would go maybe once a week, once every other week to see the latest movie that was out. But as I've gotten older, I've noticed that I'm staying in the house more and more and just not going outside at all, other than to fill my bird feeders and to change the bird bath. That's it. If I'm up north, I'm outside all day long. If I'm home, I'm inside. It's like a completely different me. And it gets frustrating sometimes because I want to be outside, but then I don't. So let me explain. Up north on our 10 acres, we have trees lining our property, so we can't really see our neighbors. And here, it's like we're on display. Every house behind us, their windows are above our privacy fence, and they can see right into the backyard. And it makes me uncomfortable. It's that fear of judgment. Oh, they're looking at me. They're judging me. They think I'm fat. They think I'm ugly. Like, why do I care what these people think of me? And that goes back to my last video of constantly being bullied by family members. And I've taken that into my adulthood. And it's hard to get out of that cycle. But I think up north helps me get out of that cycle. Because one, I don't know anybody up there. And two, everybody's really nice. It's crazy. You'll drive down the street and you'll pass the car and they just wave. You're like, who's that? I don't know. And so you wave back. They're nice at the stores. They're nice when you go anywhere. And that's different than being in the suburbs or in a bigger city. Everybody's so consumed about themselves that they don't stop and get to know their neighbors. I've lived next door to my neighbors for many years. I wave to the one. I've talked to the other one on the other side of me. But we don't interact. The lady across the street, she's kind of crazy. Shortly after I met her, she told me she walks around her house naked and that they don't have blinds on the back window and that anybody in the back can see her. And that was the end of that friendship. Because I thought it was weird that the second time she saw me, she's telling me this. Why is this lady telling me this? But I do watch out for her property when they're not there. And if they are there, I still watch out for them. One night, I heard like a buzzing noise, and we had a snowstorm. And I looked outside, and their tree was touching the power lines and had caught fire. So I called 911 to come and try to do something. And then I had my son go across the street and knock, 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 knock. I mean, it's the middle of the night. So she wasn't sure who he was at first, so she didn't want to open the door. And I forgot what I did with her phone number. But she came across the street and I said, I'm so sorry. I sent him over there. Your tree's on fire. And she gave me her phone number. She said, if anything else happens, let her know. It's not a big deal. She just didn't know who he was. I think my son's up.